perspective, Erik, how did it get away to that 9, then 20, then 24-point deficit?
I mean, there were a lot of factors to that. I mean, obviously giving up, the amount of points that we did with the field goal percentage allowed, it's tough to win games like that. I think in the first half, we had some miscues defensively, and we didn't make shots, and so you never know if the missing shots affects your defense. That's a really good team. Obviously, Jokic can facilitate. They're extremely well coached. So you have to be on top of your game. Our defense is better than that. I think they played extremely well. And then in those pivotal moments during the course of the game, it seemed like they made every shot and every play when there was any kind of momentum, to start trying to get the thing under 10. And that's a credit to them.
Erik, what was the difference between Bam in the first half and then in the third quarter?
I don't know. Sometimes it's context of game. I just think we missed some open looks and some shots we typically make in the first half, and then I think we as a group got out of rhythm. And I have to actually take a look at it, to necessarily see. But I kind of liked the looks that we were getting in the first half based on how they were defending. We just missed some of them, and the response going to the other end, the next play speed and ability to get the stop, even when things aren't necessarily going well for you offensively, I don't think was our best version of ourselves. But I think they had a lot to say with that, as well. Things picked up in the third quarter, for us, but we still weren't defending. They were scoring every single time. We never got, to the three, any kind of like momentum of 3 or 4 straight stops.
So you guys have been using a 9-man rotation for most of the season. I know guys were out tonight, but the decision to go with 8 men tonight, was it just a matter of just not wanting to change the rotation too much with guys?
Yeah, it's always tough. I had a bunch of different plans going into this, and all of a sudden you get down 15, 18 points. That'll change your plans pretty quickly.
I know when you don't have Jimmy, it changes things, but you've said you sometimes go zone if the man's not working, you change things up. Do you like how much you've had to use the zone?
I don't mind it. Weeks? I didn't like our defense tonight. That's pretty clear. I don't mind it. It's you have to read your team, and that's been pretty good for us. And I think probably overall it was pretty good for us tonight. They did make some shots, and even some tough shots. The young kid hit some long bombs. But I think overall, I think our zone was pretty stable. It was probably in that short sample, probably more effective than our man, but that's not saying a whole lot.
Erik, is it tough to match desperation in this league? I mean, they're starting a long trip. They just found out they're probably not going to have Porter the rest of the way. They'd lost 6 in a row. They were desperate. I mean, is it possible to manufacture desperation, I guess, when you're facing a team that has it?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we were pretty desperate too. Like, they just outplayed us. And I know, the things going into this game for them, but we had some things going for us too. Like, the road trip didn't necessarily go exactly how we wanted it to. But they played a really good basketball game, and we didn't have enough responses to that, all of us.
Erik, I know you say you want Duncan to keep shooting, and that you have confidence in him as a shooter. Do you have any theory, though, on the road he's shooting about what he has shot here over the past 3 years, but at home he's around 21% from 3. Do you have any theories on that?
I don't. And he had some good looks at it tonight. I thought he was assertive, like looking for his shots. He was creating some pretty good triggers for us, when they were trapping him on his catches. He just has to stay with it. I don't have an answer for why it would be different. It's probably a little bit too short of a sample size, this early in the season.
All right, Coach, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, sir.